The last time the AMA Pro ATV Motocross Championship met in Pennsylvania, defending champion Chad Wienen set out to stop Joel Hetrick's building momentum in the Challenger's home state. An early lead for the champ in Moto 1 set the stage for a grueling battle in which the champ came out on top of. Moto 2 saw the PA native Joel Hetrick out front early, and the rains began to fall, which made the task a little tougher. But in the end, with a near engine failure that almost cost him the day and the race, the Challenger was able to come out on top and make it 3 wins in a row. Stick around, AMA Pro ATV Motocross is next.
Welcome to MavTV's continuing coverage of the 2016 X-Pro X ATV Motocross National Championship, sanctioned by AMA Pro Racing and presented by CST Tires. Monster Mountain here in Alabama, and it is a monster, one of the biggest and most beautiful racetracks we'll go to all year. Yeah, even the kids in the mini classes love it. Jason Wygant here to give you the call at the inaugural Alabama National here at Monster Mountain, but this is a place that's been running great motocross races for a long time, and these folks definitely are looking forward to having the top riders and teams in ATV motocross putting on a show today, starting, of course, with this man, Chad Wienen, the number 1 that everyone's gunning for. Thomas Brown, a fellow Yamaha man on the number 84, has been the tail gunner as Wienen and the 88 of Joel Hetrick have been battling it out for the wins this year. Jeff Rastrelli, the 20 of Josh Upperman, the 13, John Natale. Those are all spoilers trying to get in the mix with them. Could be other contenders, too. Let's check in with Ronnie Higgerson, a great run at our last event.
Hey everyone, we're here at Monster Mountain MX. Last round we were at High Point out in PA. We had a really good round that weekend. It was my first pro podium ever. It felt really good to be up there, and it really fueled me to go out and train harder for this round. It's a great track, great facility. We're looking to get back on the podium this weekend, so hopefully we'll talk to you from there.
So from one rider getting his first career podium to a rider who's on it every single week, your series leader, your defending champion, Chad Wienen, and see how he's going to adapt to a new track on the schedule today.
Making our way down to Alabama, we got some heat in the factor this week, and it's been really good. This morning we had a little bit of rain, and now we're getting blessed with nice sunny skies, and it's heating up. So it's gonna be a factor this weekend. At home I've been able to ride quite a bit. So looking towards today, the track is actually shaping up really well. A lot of fun jumps out there, and man, my Yamaha is just working so good, and I'm just really excited to get on it and get that first gate drop going and see what the rest of the day folds out to be.
Yeah, well, what we're going to find out is if you're going to run an ATV National anywhere, you're going to have some rain in the forecast. It's starting to come down. We'll keep tabs on it when we return.
ATV Motocross Racing brought to you in part by Prox Racing Parts for all your hard parts needs, and by RockyMountainATVMC.com. Get ready. AMSOIL, the first in synthetics. And by CST Tires, where passion meets the ground.
Let's get some qualifying underway here at Monster Mountain in Alabama. ATVRiders.com will crown our fastest qualifier today. That's a great award, but also the real reward is the first gate pick in the first moto. We'll see who gets it. Here's Jeff Rastrelli on the 728. Very quick this year. There is Chad Wienen. Like we said before the break, a little bit of rain has come down, but I think that's actually made the track better. Whoa! You see that thing being thrown sideways, you know that's the always spectacular Joel Hetrick on the 88. That's his trademark style, scrubbing it on 4 wheels. Then you got the Ironman, John Natale. Solid as they come, and right there in the points hunt this year, battling it out with Hetrick for second. There is Thomas Brown. Surprisingly, some inconsistency issues for the Texan this year. So now he can do nothing but just go out and try to win races. And there's the beautiful retro Honda 250R look on the number 20 Root River Racing's Josh Upperman. Nick Janusa here, the 15, one of the young guns, started to make advances toward the podium. And we mentioned this guy, his 422's David Hogsma. He and this man who we talked to earlier, Ronnie Higgerson, they are getting quicker by the week and might upset some of the veterans, maybe another podium in line for one of those riders today. Brett Music and Cody Jansen here coming through. Nick Moser going to launch it. Yeah, some big jumps on this track. Sam Rowe on the 38, another one of those retro-looking Hondas. Silas Lamons on the Suzuki, still representing that machine. Sean Taylor, a little back in black action on the 39. Joel Hetrick comes out on top in qualifying. ATV Riders qualifying award goes to him. Hetrick gets that thing almost every week. He is hard to stop in a one best lap scenario. And look at him throwing it sideways to celebrate. Hetrick on a real roll here. 3 straight victories coming into this race. Trying to make it 4 today.
Yeah, we just finished up the second time qualifier here today at Monster Mountain. Felt really good. It's a new track. It's a new playing field for everyone. So for me to go out there and pull 2 of the fastest laps on both qualifiers, it feels great. Track's super fun, big hits, and should be a good race. I mean, I've won the last 3, no points gained. Kind of a bummer, but as long as I can come out of here with maybe a 1-1 and gain a couple points and go into the next round and keep the momentum going, that's what I plan for.
And there's Hetrick rolling to the line. We'll have 2 motos to race today. Moto 1 coming up right after this. Stay with us.
ATV Motocross Racing brought to you in part by Prox Racing Parts for all your hard parts needs. And by RockyMountainATVMC.com. Get ready. Amsoil, the first in synthetics. And by CST Tires, where passion meets the ground.
Ready for Moto 1, Jason Wygant here to give you the call. MavTV's coverage of the ATV National Motocross Championship. X-Prox going to bring you this moto, all presented by CST Tires. There's Chad Wienen. Now, Joel Hetrick has won the last 3 races, but Wienen has basically tied him in points. So we run 2 motos. They've been splitting the moto wins in most of the races. Jeff Rastrelli with our Rocky Mountain ATVMC on board, getting edged into the first turn. Yeah, look at that. Brett Music going to grab the whole shot. Oh, but goes wide in the first turn. And Chad Wienen going to take it over. Here's Rastrelli. Say he's around 5th right now and eating a lot of roost, but it is Wienen in the lead. I feel like Chad's starts have been better this year than the last few. This guy, Rastrelli, wishes he had one of those hole shots. You can see how narrow the track gets in spots, and soon you'll see how much roost he has to take on from the riders in front of him. Meanwhile, it is the smoke-free patio for Chad Wienen. Nothing but clean air in front of him. But Hetrick in second, the battle we wanted to see we already have. I think Music has held on to it. Nice job. He is 3rd. Oh, and Wienen! Oh, I thought he was going over the falls, and it cost him big time. He couldn't launch the double. So Hetrick into the lead. A rare mistake from the big man. He's coming right back on Hetrick, though. This is going to be a great battle. And a nice split line here. So plenty of room to make passes. You see the dirt's pretty loamy in this section of the course, where it was more hard-packed on the other end. So you have to be able to adapt. And these 2 are already pulling away from everyone else. Last season or 2, these have really been the class of the field. And we didn't see a lot of battling between them until about halfway through last season. And it has continued into this year. Some great races as you see Music trying to hold off John Natale for 3rd. So 2 different packs, the lead duo and then everyone else. Oh, Hetrick just able to hang on the inside there. I thought he overcooked it coming into that corner. Great job to hang in there. And with these moves, starting to distance himself. Those are the big hits he's talking about. Hetrick certainly no fear of that. Stretching it just a little bit. But Wienen certainly in contention if Hetrick were to make a mistake. Let's say he overcooks one of the corners and can't reel it back in like he did a lap ago. Music still in 3rd. I want to give a shout out to him, the Kester Racing Walsh Racecraft Blommel Motorsports machine. But you don't see much of him because they are really starting to pull away, these 2. Hetrick past the mechanics area. And every time, I think he's opened it up a little bit more on Wienen, so not quite striking distance for the champ. Oh, we got a change here. Natale has now made the move on Music. Thomas Brown there as well. We mentioned Brown has had some bad luck as of late. Well, back to the leaders. Wienen, I think, has closed back up. So we'll go back. It looks like Thomas Brown has made the pass on Music as well. There's Brown using the outside line. But watch out, he has brought Rastrelli with him. He has also cleared Music, so you've got Natale 3rd, Brown 4th, Rastrelli 5th. That is some serious talent right now, slugging it out. Well, up front, well, it's pretty darn serious there as well, and you can see the storm clouds overhead. That could shake things up as Hetrick's trying to hold on to win the first moto and maybe make today the day where he can finally gain some points in this series on your leader, Chad Wienen.
ATV Motocross Racing brought to you in part by Prox Racing Parts for all your hard parts needs, and by Rocky Mountain ATVMC.com. Get ready. AMSOIL, the first in synthetics. And by CST Tires, where passion meets the ground.
Joe Hetrick looking to make it a four-peat, going for 4 consecutive victories in the ATV Nationals, and he's pulled away again from Chad Wienen, who is putting in another charge just before we went to break. So we will go back to this battle for third. Jeff Rastrelli has gotten Thomas Brown, and now he wants Natali. Natali on the Baldwin Motorsports machine. Rastrelli back by Root River Racing. Oh, I thought he had him outside to inside. Rastrelli really stepping it up here. Great move. He started on the outside. He went to the inside, and I think he made the pass for third. And we had that Rocky Mountain ATVMC on board with him. You saw that he did not get a great start, going from about 6th to 3rd. But no catching this guy. Chad Wienen gave Joel Hetrick a run for about half of this race, but Hetrick pulling away down the stretch. Maxxis Elka suspension and liquid wrench backing this charge for Hetrick. The problem for him in the series standings, he crashed out of the opener, the ATV Supercross at Daytona, which is brought to you by Fly Racing, and he is trying to come back from a knee injury that he suffered there. The results have been pretty good since, and now he's on the win streak, but the points he lost that day are going to be hard to make up when it seems like no matter what happens, Chad Wienen finishes at worst 3rd, at least 2nd, and sometimes 1st. Back to 3rd place, Rastrelli opening up just a little distance on Natali. So we have seen this year great improvement from several riders. You got David Hogsma Jr. in the series full-time for the first time. He's opened some eyes. Ronnie Hickerson getting up on the podium. I feel like Nick Janusa has put in some great rides this year. But Rastrelli could be the most improved of all. He's been climbing the ranks year after year, this year on a Honda now, and it has really improved his game. Last lap now for Hetrick, who appears to have this one in control. The key is for him to try to go 1-1 today and actually make up points on Wienen instead of splitting the motos. Rastrelli just came across in 3rd. Good charge for him, but they are way back as we showed you the first couple of laps. These two pulled way out in front. Wienen digging deep to try to keep some pressure on the leader Hetrick, but I don't think it's going to happen. And Wienen doesn't need to sweat it too much. He has a points lead of about 25, which is a moto's length. So he can take these second place finishes if he doesn't feel it coming his way. Gave it a shot in this moto, but the Walsh Racecraft Wienen Motorsports SSI decals Maxxis factory Yamaha man gonna have to settle for 2nd in this one. Here's Hetrick. Hetrick is on one heck of a roll here at mid-season in the ATV National Championship. Wienen closing it in here at the end, but I think Hetrick had him right where he wanted him the whole time, and he takes the first moto win. Great run by Rastrelli on the JB Racing, Root River Racing Gold Speed Tires machine to finish up in 3rd ahead of Natali. So we're going to re-rack it for X-Prox Moto number 2. Can Wienen bounce back this time and steal the overall? There's Rastrelli with the big long hair there. High hopes maybe these two tangle up with each other and he can go on and take the moto and overall win. We're on board with Rastrelli. Rocky Mountain ATV MC helmet cam. Bad start again for him. Wienen with a good one. He's on the inside. John Natali trying to hold him. Natali has it. Oh, and I said Rastrelli was hoping that the leaders tangle up in this one. Instead, he's the one tangled in a mess in the back of the pack. Hetrick starting 3rd right behind Wienen, so this is going to be interesting. And look at Rastrelli already, not as aggressive as he could be. Some riders in traffic in front of him while these guys try to get away. Natali, back by Maxxis Fly Racing and Baldwin Motorsports. That's a veteran organization and a veteran rider that joined up with them last year. They're putting their collective experience together. He started the year off great when he won in Daytona 1 year ago, but then an injury a few rounds later took him out. Natali has come back. He appears to be 100% this year, and he's going to need to be because look at the storm coming. Hetrick, he did it in the split section. He simply murdered those corners, and by the time they exited, he was in front of Chad Wienen, and you don't see that type of thing happen very often. The kid is on rails right now. Now the veteran from Pennsylvania trying to hold off the kid from the Keystone State. And this is where Natali really excels. He is so good at riding under pressure. And Wienen looking to take advantage. He did. Hendrick couldn't find a line around Natali. Slowed him up, and look at Wienen. Now he has the opportunity. He's up to second, and could he get around Natali and use him as a buffer? And I told you, man, that's what makes Natali so tough. So much experience, a couple of championships in this game. His first title goes back nearly a dozen years ago, so he has been running up front a long, long time. So he knows how to ride the wide machine. Hendrick couldn't get it done. Couldn't get around him. And now it's Wienen's turn. And Hendrick will have to try to make the pass on the champ again. Look how close they are. Great racing here at Monster Mountain. Now the good news for Hendrick is he wants someone to get up there. Uh-oh, well, this isn't good news for him. Wienen has taken the lead, and this is what the guy does. He's consistent, and then when he needs to strike, he does. And he has taken the lead now. He repasses Hendrick. He gets Natali. Hendrick tries to show Natali some wheels. Doesn't make it happen. This will be a pivotal point in the race right now. Can Natali hang with Wienen? Can Hendrick maybe get Natali? Or is Wienen going to pull away? Three different ways this could go. And right now the champion is laying it down and getting away in Alabama. See if he can hold on.
ATV Motocross Racing brought to you in part by Prox Racing Parts for all your hard parts needs, and by RockyMountainATVMC.com. Get ready. Amsoil, the first in synthetics. And by CST Tires, where passion meets the ground.
Joe Hendrick has made a clutch pass on John Natali to get to second, and he has time clearly to run Chad Wienen back down. He's got right to his rear tires. Now they've gone back and forth a few times in this moto already, but now it's just the two of them. They were battling with Natali earlier. Oh, Hendrick almost running into the back of Wienen in some sections. He's got speed to burn, there's no doubt about it. I'm surprised they're both using this line in the split lane. Well, that's where Hendrick passed Wienen earlier, so I guess Wienen now knows where the fast line is. He's going to use it, and Hendrick knows that other line is not good enough, so they're both going to stuff each other through there. Look at how close they are. And the fans coming to life here in Alabama. The two fastest guns in the game. They put on a great show in the first moto, an even better one here. Although it looks like at this point it's just a matter of, can Hendrick find the running room? He's got the speed, no doubt. He's trying everything, dancing down to the inside where there is no traction, a lot of bumps, showing wheels to Wienen everywhere, but Wienen, oh, and they bump and Wienen goes down! And Wienen is upset. The champ is hot. And this just went next level. We've seen great racing between these two over the last season or so, but it has never been a full contact game until then. 2 laps to go. Now the question is, how many points is that going to cost Wienen? They had pulled a good gap on Natali, but not good enough. Natali has gotten back in front, and Wienen has to be riding just furiously right now. Can he reclaim second? Wow, that was gnarly right there. Of course, both riders, I'm sure, are going to have their opinions on how it turned out. Hendrick, bottom line is, he's going to go 1-1 today and finally make up some points. How many will it be? Can Wienen get Natali for second and try to minimize the damage? Or will he end up third? Natali has picked it up down the stretch. White flag is out. 1 lap to go for Hendrick, and 1 lap for Wienen to try to make it happen. He's so desperate, he's using that worst line through the split lane, but he's going to make it work. Making a pass with a lap to go. Oh, huge championship points right there. That's 2 more that he just salvaged. But I'm really curious to see what Hendrick and Wienen are going to say about that incident after the moto. Hendrick was trying to make a pass. That's one way to do it. And the bottom line is the kid will have 4 race wins in a row. But out of those 4, this will be the first day he made up ground in the series, so that might ratchet the tensions up even more. Joe Hetrick, dominant today in Alabama. He goes 1-1. How about John Natale, man? The guy never gives up. He's going to race Wienen down to the line. No room. Chad Wienen holds on. Natale will take 3rd today. Rough start there in that moto for Rastrelli. Cost him a shot at the overall podium. Let's talk to these guys.
The first moto, I got around him pretty early. He made a mistake, and I got going. He didn't let me have it easy though. We had a 20-minute battle, the whole race. Second moto came out, third on the whole shot. Me and John battled, me and Chad battled. And I got past John. Chad was right there and made a little move on him on the inside. He tipped over and I got going and just led the rest of the race. Pulled the 1-1, 6 more points gained towards the championship race. So really excited about that. And it's my 4th straight win and I've never done this. So I'm really happy today and hopefully I can keep the momentum going.
Joel got by me right away, but I put my head down and I got it right back and past John. Was riding a clean race and got a little help from Joel. He tipped me over, but it's just the way it goes sometimes. And we remounted and got back up, and we were able to salvage a 2-2 for the day. And it's a good day, even though that happened. But I'm excited to go to Walnut next round. That's my backyard, and we're gonna see what we can do and really put in some good rides and try to get that 1-1 back.
Second moto, I was able to pull the whole shot and hold Joel and Chad off for a little bit, but made a few mistakes and they got around and wasn't able to hang with them, wasn't able to hold their pace for that long. The heat was killing me out there, and somehow Chad ended up having to got off the bike, and I was able to get back past him and stay in front of him till the last lap, and he was able to sneak back around me. So we went 4-3 for a 3rd overall today. Not too bad, but we definitely like to get better, but we'll go home and train harder and see if we can't move it up a little bit.
Let's give you the AMSOIL race recap. First moto, great job. Brett Musick grabbing the SSI Decals Pole Shot Award. Chad Wienen takes the lead from him. Big mistake. Then he can't jump this double, and that allows Joel Hetrick to get the lead. Awesome ride here for Jeff Rastrelli. Here he is making moves. He ended up 3rd in this one behind Wienen and Hetrick. Moto number 2, Wienen's going to get the start, but sweeping around the outside is John Natale. Those two would go at it several times, and Hetrick catches up, tips Wienen over. They were both very diplomatic about it on the podium last lap. Wienen able to salvage 2nd, but Joel Hetrick is on a roll right now. It's going to be very exciting at the next one to see if he can keep it going.